The Boston Celtics did not get the result they wanted on Wednesday night. Playing at TD Garden, against a Denver Nuggets team missing Nikola Jokic, the expectation was clear. This was supposed to be a statement win. Instead, Boston walked away with a frustrating 114-110 loss that snapped their 4-game winning streak. But buried beneath the disappointment, the missed shots, and the late-game frustrations was something far more revealing, something that quietly confirmed what many around the league are only now beginning to understand. The Celtics may have found exactly what they needed in Neemias Queta. Losses often blur the details. They create noise, emotion, and reactionary takes. But sometimes, if you look closely enough, a loss can clarify everything. Wednesday night did exactly that for Boston. Because while Jamal Murray orchestrated Denver's offense with surgical precision and the Nuggets punished every defensive mistake, Queta was doing something rare, historic, and deeply meaningful for the Celtics' long-term outlook. He was controlling the glass in a way Boston has not seen in nearly a decade. Neemias Queta finished the game with 20 rebounds. That number alone is impressive. But the context elevates it to another level entirely. 10 of those rebounds came on the defensive end. The other 10 came on offense. A perfectly balanced rebounding performance, achieved in fewer than 24 minutes on the floor. That combination of efficiency, timing, and physical dominance places Queta in extremely rare company within Celtics history. In fact, he became the first Celtics player to record 20 rebounds in a single game, since Jared Sullinger did it back in 2015. Even more striking, Queta became the first Celtic since Robert Parrish in the 1988-89 season to pull down double-digit rebounds on both ends of the floor in the same game. Parrish did it 3 times that year. No one else had replicated that feat in the decades that followed, till now. That alone should stop people in their tracks. But the story goes far deeper than a single stat line. To understand why this performance matters so much, you have to rewind to where Neemias Queta was just a year ago. Last season, he was not a focal point. He was not a lock in the rotation. On some nights, he was the 3rd or even 4th center option. His role fluctuated. His minutes were inconsistent, and his future with the franchise was anything but guaranteed. Fast forward to now, and Queta is starting games, anchoring stretches of defense and delivering tangible production every single night. The Celtics did not ease him into this role. They threw him directly into it, and instead of shrinking, he has responded with composure, discipline, and consistency. Watching all 36 Celtics games so far this season makes one thing clear. Queta does not look like a player learning on the fly. He looks like a player who understands exactly where to be, when to rotate, how to contest without fouling, and how to maximize his physical tools within the structure of the system. Many of the concerns that followed him earlier in his career have simply vanished. He is not committing reckless fouls. He is not missing rotations. He is not getting lost defensively. And he is not forcing offense outside of his role. That level of detail-oriented basketball does not happen by accident. It is the product of preparation, trust, and internal growth. This is where the Celtics front office and coaching staff deserve credit. When the offseason began, questions surrounded Boston's front court. Kristaps Porzingis was gone. Al Horford's role was evolving. Luke Kornet was no longer a nightly solution. On paper, the Celtics looked thinner up front than they had in years. Many wondered whether Boston could maintain its status as a top 3 team in the Eastern Conference without a proven interior presence. What those concerns failed to account for was opportunity. Specifically, the opportunity given to Neemias Queta and Luka Garza. Queta in particular has embraced the challenge. His physical profile has always been intriguing. At 7 feet tall, with strong hands, long arms, and excellent timing, he has the tools you want in a modern center. What was missing before was consistency and trust. This season, he has both. The 20-rebound performance against Denver was not an anomaly. It was a culmination, a snapshot of everything Queta has been building toward all year. Night after night, he has provided solid minutes, reliable rim protection, efficient finishing, and increasingly, elite rebounding. Through his first 33 appearances this season, Queta is averaging 10.0 points, 8.2 rebounds, 1.4 assists, and 1.3 blocks per game while shooting over 65% from the field. Every single one of those numbers represents a career high. And perhaps more importantly, they are coming within the flow of the offense, not through forced usage or inflated minutes. Boston does not need Queta to be a star. They need him to be dependable. And that is exactly what he has become. Against Denver, that dependability was on full display. Even as the Celtics struggled to close the game and defensive coverages broke down late, Queta remained a stabilizing presence inside. His offensive rebounds extended possessions. His defensive boards prevented second-chance points, and his physicality forced Denver to earn everything in the paint. Rebounding is often an overlooked skill. It does not show up in highlight reels the way step-back threes or chase-down blocks do. But it wins games. It controls tempo. It dictates possessions. And on Wednesday night, Queta controlled the glass completely. 10 offensive rebounds alone can change the outcome of a game. Each one represents a possession that should have ended, but did not. Each one applies pressure to the opposing defense. Each one forces adjustments. That Queta managed to do this against a disciplined Nuggets team speaks volumes about his effort and positioning. It also reinforces something the Celtics organization already believes. They did not stumble into this version of Neemias Queta, they developed it. Trust is a powerful thing in the NBA. When players know their role, when they know mistakes will not automatically send them to the bench, they play freer. They react faster. They commit fully. Joe Mazzulla has consistently emphasized role clarity and accountability. Queta is one of the clearest examples of that philosophy in action. He knows what is expected of him. Protect the rim, rebound aggressively, set strong screens, finish around the basket, communicate defensively. He does those things every night, and because of that, the Celtics can rely on him. This reliance has allowed Boston to weather injuries and lineup changes without collapsing. It is no coincidence that the Celtics remain near the top of the Eastern Conference standings despite significant roster turnover. Players like Queta and Garza have absorbed responsibility without hesitation. There is also a historical significance to Queta's emergence that should not be overlooked. As the first Portuguese player in NBA history, every milestone carries additional weight. But what makes his story compelling is not representation alone. It is perseverance. Queta did not arrive in the league as a lottery pick. He did not step into immediate stardom. His path required patience, development, and belief. Many players in similar situations fade away. Queta did the opposite. 20-rebound game was not a loud declaration. It was a quiet confirmation. Confirmation that the Celtics made the right call trusting him. Confirmation that their internal evaluations were accurate. Confirmation that their system can elevate players who commit to it fully. Even in a loss that matters, Boston will not define its season by a single regular season defeat. The bigger picture remains intact. They are still a contender. Still a disciplined defensive team. Still a group built around versatility and depth. And now, increasingly, still a team with interior stability. Neemias Queta has become part of that identity. The numbers support it. The film supports it. The confidence of his teammates supports it. And performances like Wednesday night make it impossible to ignore. Looking ahead, the Celtics may explore roster upgrades. They may add depth. They may adjust rotations. That is the nature of an NBA season. But one thing is becoming clearer with every game. Boston does not need to search desperately for answers at center. They already have one growing in front of them. Queta's development raises the team's floor. It gives them flexibility. It allows them to survive nights when shots are not falling. And it reinforces a culture built on preparation and trust. Losses can hurt, but they can also reveal truths. Wednesday night revealed that Neemias Queta is no longer a question mark. He is a solution. And if he continues on this trajectory, the Celtics will look back at this stretch of the season not as a setback, but as the moment everything truly clicked. If you enjoyed this deep breakdown of the Celtics and Neemias Queta's breakout performance, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more NBA analysis, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next upload.